What is up, good denizens of YouTube? Today we're going to talk about the top 3 places that you can get into the lore of Flesh and Blood. So back in the 90s when I was playing Warhammer and Magic, I really got into the lore. I love diving into these deep universes of stories, and I just love to read the stories and the background of everything. But for whatever reason, I didn't really get into it with Flesh and Blood. I was more interested in kind of just playing the game. But the more I played the game, the more I wanted to know about the background of the game. And I started to look for places where I could easily get into the lore. And today we're going to talk about the top 3 places. But before we do, I want to know in the comments, do you have any interest in the lore of Flesh and Blood, or are you just in it for the games? I mean, it's everyone's choice. It takes a lot of free time to get into this stuff, so not every person is interested, but I want to know in the comments. Let's have a discussion. But without further 21 skidoo, let's get into it. So the first and most obvious place to get into the lore is LCS's website, fleshandbloodtcg.com. They have a tab here called Lore, and you can just read up on everything. There are nice pictures, and you can click in and read the stories for each hero and the legends and all of that. It's a nice, this is the place if you want lore information. They have it all. This is the main place where it is. The thing about this webpage for me is that there's a lot of clicks to get to each point of information. And the yellow on brown in terms of, or here, the gray on black for readability, for me at least, it's not the best. Obviously, this is the main source. This is the wellspring of all the lore information. But for me, it takes a long time to digest. It's a lot of clicks to get around to the different topics that I want. So just for me, this is not the most easy and accessible place to get caught up with the lore. Which leads me to the next place. The Fablorian Podcast is a community-driven initiative from Jacob from Geeks First and Josh from Riddlerman Gaming. It's just a podcast where 2 knowledgeable guys around the lore talk about what's actually going on in the lore. Right now, there are 2 episodes, one about Solana and one about the monastery. And if that's your pace on absorbing this information, just putting on the podcast and listening while you work, it's a great place. And Jacob and Josh are doing a great service to the community by making this accessible. For me, this podcast style format is it's not at my pace. It's a bit too slow for my pace. I like to read and kind of make all the internal pictures myself, and I like to read at my own pace. So that kind of leads me to the next place, and in my opinion, the best place to get caught up in the lore, and that is legendarystories.net. It's a community project run by a guy called Nathan. And as you can see, it's a very simple and plain website, but black on white. And you can just navigate with your keyboard. You have a comprehensive inventory of everything that you need out here and to the left. And when you're reading, you can just click to the right for the next topic, and you can use your keyboard to scroll up and down, or your mouse if you want. And this just is, to me, the best and most comprehensive place to get caught up on the lore. And for me, who likes to read at my own pace, this is just, I've been able to catch up on so much more of the lore recently by using this webpage, and it's just amazing. So definitely, if you are like me, and of course not everyone is, but if you like to read at your own pace and you want a comprehensive place where everything is just in the same place, legendarystories.net is definitely the place. And of course, to all the people who are running these community-driven projects, like consider sending a donation to someone like Nathan. He's doing everything for free. And of course, the Fablorian podcast. Go in and subscribe and support them, like them, share them. These are people who are doing a work of passion, and they deserve all the encouragement and support that we can actually give them. So that's it for today's episode. I hope you found it useful, and if you're like me, I will keep reading on legendarystories.net because it's just an amazing resource. I am hoping to have some of these people on the podcast at some point so we can have a more lore-focused discussion, but that's something for the future. If you liked the video, hit the like button, the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.